Ice cream's so good.
It's so awesome.
Oh.
I was going pink.
Don't forget the popping candy as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? It goes so well with ice cream.
Yeah, all right.
I just saw the steam come out of your mouth. That's how cold it's been.
This is so good.
Do you know what goes well with ice cream?
Yeah, all right. Just because Dairy and I had a bit of a falling out.
Did you know? What a shame.
What have you got against dairy?
It's rather what Dairy's got against me.
I don't believe that.
I only like it because of the popping candy. That was my idea.
And it was an awesome idea. Thank you so much.
Right, okay, if you're going to be like that, you know what? I can join in too. You know what, I'm going to have popcorn and popping candy as well. I'm going
Spit it out, man!
Maybe movie. And then the grass fell away and a huge gash opened in the ground. And then Eric the Lonely Sausage wept for joy because there was a new hole to throw himself into.
That was an awesome story. Thank you.
We'll be back next week. Bye-bye. I have no idea. Hello, welcome back to Maybe Movies. I'm Max.
I am Sam.
I'm Chris.
And we are here for week 2 of 4 with our Maybe Movies mashup of terror. No, not terror, it's horror at 37,000 feet. And Snakes on a Plane, which is now officially Snakes at 37,000 feet. Should be right here somewhere. Thank you for joining us again. I hope that they're all enjoying the lovely weather. It appears to have been secreting its way into delirium. It's short weather in our pocket dimension.
It's finally caught up with us.
Before we begin, we should do our usual quick shout out.
Oh, yes, of course.
Nothing like a shout out.
There isn't anything like a shout out. Do you want to do it?
No.
You see? So, this one is for another recent supporter. This is for James, and his channel is called Rainy Toon Talk. James is a huge Newcastle United fan and does a lot of content around his and his son's love of the Toon Army. And also, apparently, I think some of his content is on sort of non-league football stuff as well. But yeah, he's recently found the channel, and it's been a pretty good support over the past few weeks, so thank you very much for your time, and we hope that everything's going well. Chez vous.
Thank you.
We are on 0 stars apiece, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, we started with nothing.
We have stars on for the go. Right, how do we want to begin?
Oh, right.
Well, obviously with our full visual aspect ratio, old-fashioned vintage 70s look.
I thought we'd gone 80s. We'd gone to early
80s.
I think we said early 90s, didn't we?
Early 90s.
Yeah, I was thinking, could we make the plane like a slightly older plane, so you've still got that galley on the level below, but there is a lift down into the hold in Snakes on a Plane anyway.
Yes, although it's a different model, if you know what I mean, I think they're both 747s.
Yeah.
So they're laid out the same way.
For a minute, I wondered if it would be easier if we start everything off like from Heathrow. I did want to do. I toyed with the idea of getting rid of the kid and just having it that Samuel L. Jackson has a briefcase, or one of them, him or his partner, has an attaché case full of evidence against Harry Kim that they're taking back to the States.
But that kind of makes our whole premise that Harry Kim is trying to...
Well, he could still try and take out the plane because he doesn't want the evidence to get back.
Ooh. What do
I
you
agree.
think?
I agree with Max.
Yeah? Make it simpler.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. Let's make it simpler then.
Do we still want to do the thing where they take over, like, first class? Because, I mean, obviously not everybody in Terror 37,000 Feet is in first class anyway. It's only really the old businessman and obviously O'Neill, because he's chartered the flight.
Yes, I think we want to, because
And the
otherwise,
model as well, sorry.
otherwise too much of the cast is at the front of the plane when they need to be at the back
At
when
the
all
back.
the mayhem starts.
Because I think both of them have that thing where their flights are slightly delayed, aren't they?
Right, so yeah, I see what you mean. So we're starting at the airport because Jackson's job is kind of already done.
Yeah.
He's just getting on the plane to go and take the evidence back.
Yes.
Right.
So you've got him and his partner. We can throw in, so you again, it's kind of mashing the scenes together, but you will have the bits of the people saying, oh yeah, these people, you've been put on an extra red-eye flight because there's a problem with your own plane. So it's the people probably with the lowest baggage because there's a fuck-off altar in the hold of the plane already.
Yeah.
So we can just tie those together. I've kind of come round a bit more as well to your idea about having the again, a bit of friction between the cowboy and 3Gs. I like that.
It's all in the first act, because by the time everything kicks off, people have got other things to worry about. But just at the beginning, what's the name with the little foo-foo dog?
Mercedes.
Mercedes, yes, thank you. So, like, Mercedes, like, one hand being courted by 3G, one hand being courted by Barney as that aging film star.
Yeah.
And a little bit of back and forth.
She's played by the girl that was in Peep Show as well. Have you ever watched Peep Show?
Yes, I know. I was very surprised.
I love that show. One of the best shows ever. But
Rachel Blanchard.
She's American, isn't she? Yeah. Which then she plays the American in the British show. Jeremy's girlfriend.
Oh, I've only ever seen tiny clips of that show, never an entire episode.
Still get, obviously, the phone call to Norris, is it? Or Harris?
Harris.
Yeah. But obviously, again, I take it in this case, we'll move him from LA to New York.
But it's the same conversation. Oh, yeah, you're happy behind the desk. Bullshit. You're bored. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. I was wondering maybe we could do it something like, because to emulate that idea, obviously, they've been to Hawaii and everyone gets the things and things like that. Not the similar thing, but maybe there's been like a friendly match, I don't know, an American football match, say the New York Jets against London or something in a friendly, and it's people returning from the match.
That's brilliant. That's really good. That's a great excuse to have a bunch of Americans on a British plane.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Gold Star.
Gold Star.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah, so they're all the same. They can be up the front. I was wondering as well, again, when we get a bit more into this, Mrs. Pinder, because she starts off being this kind of very kind of ominous type person, and then by the end, she's on the side of everybody else and trying to save her own life. I don't know whether
I don't agree at all. She desperately wants them to sacrifice that woman.
That's what I mean. But in the original film, she seems to kind of switch towards the end, and she just kind of joins in with the others.
She's being creepy as shit the whole way through the movie, isn't she? Like, every time she talks to them, she gets that little...
Yes, exactly. I wanted to play that up a bit more. I just seem to remember towards the end, she's like almost like part of the group. She kind of like uses her agency towards the end.
That's because they're indulging in the ritual of the fire.
Oh, that's
as soon as they stop trying to do that, she starts trying to fight them again.
But yeah, we definitely need to keep that and sort of play that up a bit.
Yeah.
So where are we up to now?
We're just beginning. We're still loading the plane at this point.
Yeah. Yes. We could throw together the Bolshevik English guy from that.
Yes.
Along with the businessman.
Yes, that's one of those things I want to comment on, because obviously you guys might not have caught it, but the older businessman in Horror at 37,000 Feet is Jed Clampett from the the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, okay.
He's the grandpa from the Beverly Hillbillies.
That I didn't know. I did know he's in Gilligan's Island, isn't he?
Is he really?
I think he's the
I don't remember Gilligan's Island very well.
I just heard that he was the guy, he was like, I think he's the doctor or something, or the guy in charge of Gilligan's Island. But I didn't know about the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, so the businessman, the kind of hard-nosed businessman in Horror at 30,000 Feet.
Yeah.
He was a comedy actor. And then he went and played a really straight role like that.
Right, okay. Never heard of the films, though.
No, it was a TV show from the 60s
yeah.
or 50s.
So we've got Chuck Connors, and then we've got Rick as well as his co-pilot.
Yes, of course.
So I didn't realise that Sex on a Plane, there's no flight engineer.
I did notice that. Only
Yeah.
when I watched it the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, there isn't a third. It's just the two of them.
Well,
So what do we do?
We'll keep him in there.
We'll keep him in there because we need somebody to kill him.
Yeah. And everything gets loaded on, they spray the pheromones, they find out which flight is, all of those kind of things. Plane takes off.
So I'm kind of picturing it, I mean, like, in the cargo hold, there's the big crate of boxes with the snakes in, and in front of it is the big crate of boxes with the luau or whatever, the wreaths, whatever. and I can't remember what they're called. But then behind the box of snakes is the big ass crate with the bit of the abbey.
Yes.
So the whole time that the timer's going down, it's getting colder and colder and icier behind the snakes.
Yeah, would that set them off early? But again, it can't because they can't get out of the box until the thing blows.
They're in cardboard boxes.
True. But I think that's a little bit later because we've got some stuff before that to play around with them. Obviously, you'll have Shatner doing his thing. What is it? Shatner should just not go up in a plane.
Oh no, he really
He
shouldn't.
doesn't do well in planes.
Isn't there a reference in that film with Jim anyway? Don't they?
I don't remember him saying...
Horror at 37,000 feet.
Mm.
I swear someone says there's a problem with... there's an actual familiar line somewhere...
What, like something from the Twilight Zone?
No, from Star Trek.
Oh, so I thought you meant because of...
No, sorry. I was getting
You've
into it.
seen... You must have seen the original... you've seen the Twilight Zone, the movie?
No.
Oh, so he doesn't know at all.
He doesn't know. So, in the... Do you want to...
One of the earliest appearances of William Shatner on TV was an episode of The Twilight Zone, where he was a very nervous flyer. He was flying on the window seat that looks out over the wing of the plane, and every time he looked out the window, he could see a gremlin ripping apart the engines of the plane.
Oh, yes, I'm aware of that one.
Yes.
Beg your pardon. Yeah. I think The Simpsons did a reference to it.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
There's someone on the way.
But yeah, so he'd be on the plane just getting slowly drunk and being morose and bringing everyone down around him.
I noticed that he's not the only one on Snakes in the Plane, because Fat Lady,
Yes.
she's got her own flask as well. She's drinking from her own flask and stuff. She's not the only one that's breaking the rules at all.
No.
You know when Sheila gets the headphones and she can hear the noise and the voice?
Yeah.
Again, because we're going a bit later, it's a bit 90s. Do other people start putting their headphones in start hearing strange noises as well?
Yes, it could explain why things like why 3G's dudes are playing the games, or why 3G decides to talk to the girl.
Yeah.
Like he goes to put the headphones on and he's...
It's just this weird noise. Like, what? Hey! Yeah.
Oh, hey, you, I'll talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. That's fantastic.
Which gives us lots of opportunities to play silly buggers with the characters.
Yes.
I don't know if I want Barney to be a little bit politely racist, or if I just want there to be a gentle rivalry between them because there's an aging star and a young star. I don't know which one I like better, especially in this first act when there's not a lot else going on.
Definitely.
I don't know, to be honest about I was thinking about not the racism.
I was just thinking because...
What were your thoughts, sorry?
I'd agree with you.
You know, I only thought of the racism because it's obviously an older white dude and a younger black dude. That he's one of the options there. But I didn't really want to go there because Barney doesn't feel like an asshole. He's just a guy that tries his luck out.
I would probably just said keep it simple.
We can flip it on his head and have 3Gs or expect for him to be racist because he's a white guy from the South and he's not.
And could it be like a TV movie where it's edited to keep that sort of stuff out of it?
Yeah, good thinking there.
Cool. Yeah, is that... It's going to be on your cap, is it?
That avoids an unfortunate situation. Yes, have the star.
Yes. There you go.
Thank you.
But yeah, I like that. So he tries his luck with... Well, no, because Sheila's going to be up the front, isn't she? And he's going to be sort of a bit further back.
Which one's Sheila? Is that Lynn Shay?
No, Lynn Shay. No, Sheila is O'Neill's wife. She's the one who gets
Oh,
contacted.
of course, yes. But I thought he only tried to talk to her. Oh no, he came over with the earphones.
Yeah.
Well, we could still have that.
You still have that. He tries his luck, doesn't work, and then he goes and sees Mercedes and and that's when you get that three-way kind of chat.
Freeway.
Here we go. Here we go.
Are we going to have an innuendo counter?
What was the freeway all about? I missed that.
I was just saying that he tries his luck with Sheila. It doesn't work. Spots Mercedes,
And then
who's
they have
already
a
chatting
freeway.
to 3Gs, and they have that kind
And
of
then
freeway.
they lead it to a freeway.
No, because there's already some people trying to get into the Mile High Club.
Oh yes, I forgot about it there.
Is there a freeway scene in the 37,000 feet?
I'm reasonably
missed that
sure that's... Although at the time, that's kind of one of the things that could have been a thing, but no, that's not a thing that happened in that movie.
That's a shame.
You're the one who's just got a style for edited for TV. Come on. So we're still happy though that the dog...
Wait. Because we're edited for TV, we can hint at as much as we like.
We can do, yes. We
It
just
doesn't
can't show
matter.
it.
They can all join the Mile High Club, but it'll all fade to black. It's all fine.
So we've still got Mrs. Pinder's dog in the hold, because the cat's down there as well, but Mercedes has still got her dog, her
Chihuahua.
rat thing. Yes.
I'm assuming it is.
But I kind of feel like we want to keep it the same as it was in the movie.
Yes.
So the cat gets got by the snakes, but the dog gets got by the frost.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the dog will probably put down some of the, to take care of some of the snakes.
Maybe the dog is just in a different part, not in the same direction the snake are going. Because I liked that bit when they went down into the cargo hold and there's that frozen dog with all of the broken bits of the bars for his cage. Mm. That's like the one actually scary image from the movie.
Yeah.
So I don't want to lose that.
It's not really a problem, but obviously, horror at 37,000 feet, they get stuck in that jet stream and they cannot go up or down.
I was wondering about that. Do we actually need it? Because they would still need to try and rise to meet the dawn, ultimately, anyway. Mm-hmm. And them being stuck in one spot means that they would have to turn around and go back, and that there's that whole...
But they can't, because when they turn around, they still
unless we want to lose all of the stuff with the venomologist and the FBI dude. If we want to have that stuff, they have to cross the Atlantic.
We can still include it, but it's slowing them down. It's not holding them in place.
Yes.
So they are still into a headwind.
But they're not stuck on the spot. They're just...
How about this? So it starts off, they hit this headwind and they're not moving. They get to the point where Chuck Connors goes, right, now that's it, we're going to do a 180. As soon as they start to make the move, the wind itself drops. Enough for them to start making momentum. So they keep going.
But that means they're going back.
Before they do the turn, the wind drops and allows them to keep going.
Oh, right, so we have the momentary tension of being caught, but ultimately they keep going.
Yeah, but the moment they try and do something against it, the wind abates enough that they can keep going.
Ah, right, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, does that sound good to you?
Yeah. Fantastic, which will kind of sort of bring us towards where, again, so you've got all these weird noises through the thing. People will be asking their air hostesses. They may go and check that everything's working fine. Everything appears to be working fine on the.
One of the things we need to have is one of the air hostesses go down in the thingy van and see the ice appearing.
Yes, yeah. So that could be it. People are starting to complain about there's something weird on the headphones, so they go down to check everything, all of the systems downstairs where all of the stuff for the headphones is and the radio.
Instead of it being like properly iced up, you know when a mirror gets cold and the condensation forms on it, it should just be that.
Yeah.
Like it just showing that it's getting cold down here because we haven't released the snakes yet. They're about to be released.
This is what I was thinking. Is that there's a moment in each film that if we can put them together would make a nice end of act, which would be Sheila trying to go up the stairs and having her collapse, leading to her speaking reciting the Latin. Is at the same moment as the snakes are released.
Right, okay. Just to add a small thing, I wasn't thinking about it, but just to make it all kind of synchronous, the explosion that releases the snakes damages the casing of the crate. So you know when the crack appears and the wind starts blowing and releases the wind, which instantly drives the snakes forward even without the pheromones.
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yes,
so it's like 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Perfect. She collapses, then there's the explosion with the snakes, and then the casing of the crate snaps. Oh, thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah, well done.
I need somewhere to put it. I don't have my notebook.
That's perfect. Because I was thinking when we get into Act 2, how this might end up working out, because with the temperature coming down, is going to reduce the diffusion of the pheromones throughout the plane. So you may get pockets towards the back where it's too cold for the snakes to exist. So we may end up with people stuck back there. But if they're stuck back there, they're close to the abbey or they're close to the altar.
So it's bad one way or the other.
Yeah. So it's like, oh shit, do we go forward?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. But that's for next act.
I hadn't thought of that, but that's a good call.
But I think that's us. That's end of act, isn't it?
I think it feels like the end of the act, doesn't it? Yeah. I think we should call it there.
Fantastic. So we're done on this one. We are going to not eat any more ice cream.
Oh.
I'm just going to say
my
again.
favourite part of the episode. That was.
Oh, cheers. See, we invite him all the
Actually,
way.
what was best part was watching Sam eat the ice cream whilst I was eating the ice cream.
I think we should end this very quickly because we don't need to know any more about that.
It was an enjoyable experience, I'm not going to lie.
I enjoyed it too.
While they're busy with that, I'm going to say thank you for joining us again. If you are new to the channel then and you do like what we do, then please do all the usual, like, share, subscribe, etc. and all of that. We will be back with something else on Wednesday, but back here for this again next Friday. Until then, Have a wonderful weekend. Have a brilliant start to next week. And we will see you on Friday.
As always, guys, TTFN.
Bon voyage.
He loves you.
Ba 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 ba.